CS Manish Gupta ji. I request Secretary of the Institute, CS Ashish Mohan ji, and I welcome the AIRC ICSI Chairman, CS Anil Dubey ji, to please join us on the dais. Please put your hands together for all of them. Friends, as I was telling about the Institute, as I was telling you about the history or the journey of the Institute, ICSI was constituted under the Company Secretaries Act 1980. And you know that the ICSI is having a headquarters at New Delhi with a 4 regional office at New Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, and Chennai. And I'm pleased to announce that we have the presence at 72 chapters all across India. 72 chapters. And we have the 5 overseas centers at USA, UK, UAE, Singapore, and Australia. Please put your hands together for this effort. Not only this, I'm also privileged to announce that we are having a Center for Corporate Governance, Training and Research and Training Institute at Navi Mumbai. We are having the Center of Excellence at Hyderabad. And very soon, where you are sitting at the City of Joy, Kolkata, we are going to have the Center of Excellence at Kolkata as well. We all know that the Institute of Company Secretaries of India was established with the intent of making a formal torch-bearer entity while continuing its pursuit of professional excellence. And in view of the same, ICSI has adopted a motto song, Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara. Speak the truth and abide by. Speak the truth and abide by. Can I have this bit louder? Speak the truth and abide by law. That is what the motto is. May I request now all of you to please stand in honor of this motto song which we are going to play. May I request everyone in this auditorium, please stand.
उम्मीद के अंबर में हम बन के खिले जो रोशनी, कह देंगे हम संसार को कोई लक्ष्य नामुमकिन नहीं। ज्ञान के और न्याय के हर राह को थामे हुए चल पड़े हैं झूम कर बस गीत ये गाते हुए। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर, सत्यम वद धर्मम चर, सत्यम वद धर्मम चर। कंपनी सचिव कदमों की हर एक गूंज में बस जीत का एहसास हो, राष्ट्र प्रगति पथ पे हो और आत्मबल की आस हो। जब भी चले इस भाव से खुलते गए हैं रास्ते, आवाज हमने दिल से दी है गीत ये गाते हुए। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर, सत्यम वद धर्मम चर, सत्यम वद धर्मम चर। हर उन्नति के रंग में हर भारतीय हाथ हो, उद्यम हो या उद्योग हो, हर ओर अपना साथ हो। जाना शिखर तक है हमें सच की कलाई थाम कर, हम जीत के सुर छेड़ेंगे गीत ये गाते हुए। सत्यम वद धर्मम चर, सत्यम वद धर्मम चर, सत्यम वद धर्मम चर।
Thank you everyone. And now going by we all know that India is known for its rich heritage and ethical values. And we, the company secretaries, are the batons for carrying on those ethical values and respecting that cultural aspect, Atiti Devo Bhava. We are going to welcome our special guest for this convention. अतिथि देवो भव, यह कहना है भारत की धरा का। अतिथि देवो भव, यह कहना है भारत की धरा का, और स्वागत कर रहे आपका, सम्मान कर उस परंपरा का। I request now our President Sir to present our special guest, Sri Chandrasekhar Ji Ghosh, MD and CEO of Bandhan Bank, Angavastram, as an expression of gratitude and welcoming him wholeheartedly. Please put your hands together. It's our pleasure to have your august presence at this 50th National Convention. I request President Sir to offer this planter as an explicable bond which we have for us with him. And we are sure that this plant is going to foster the principles of corporate governance and will spring those sparkles. With these words, thank you, sir. Thank you once again on behalf of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India for your august presence today. Friends, the success of any event depends on the presence of great personalities who lend a charisma to the occasion and made it wonderful. And today, it is really a matter of pride for the city of Joy, Kolkata, to have the delegates, the member of our profession from all across the world who are present here and making this inaugural ceremony a glittering one. Once again, I extend my hearty welcome to all of you for your presence here at this 50th National Convention. Though we have the guest who need no introduction, but still I would like to invite our ICSI AIRC Chairman CS Anil Dubeji to please introduce our dignitaries to the esteemed audience. Please welcome him. Put your hands together. CS Anilji Dube.
Good afternoon, friends. आवाज आई नहीं. Good afternoon. Thank you. Respected Chandrasekhar Ghosh ji, MD Bandhan Bank, respected President ICSI, Devendra Deshpande ji, respected Vice President Manish Gupta ji, Secretary ICSI Ashish Mohan ji, in the audience, respected CSD Bandyopadhyay, Regional Director MCA, all the past President, Central Council members, all the dignitaries, and all the friends across the country, as the Chairman of ICSI ARC, on behalf of each and every member of the region, I welcome each and everyone with folded hands, and this is our sheer pleasure to welcome in the city of Joy. Friends, today we are missing our program director, respected Sandeep Kejriwal ji. In absentia, we know that he has a certain, his wife passed away certain days back. That is a big day. That was very problematic, but we really miss him. And his efforts and contributions are evident here, and we acknowledge his contributions with full of gratitude. One person who is always in our hearts, who is not present, who is not visible between closed eyes, he always present, our own very Deepak Khetan ji. Because any program in the region without Deepak Khetan we can't imagine. We are really, really proud and really grateful. We have such a great personality. And friends, this is a really very, very important things, because as a profession, when we are going ahead, because with our theme is a Vishwaguru, and become the Vishwaguru, we need the knowledge. And for the knowledge, we have to do for the research. And research is basically the activity to challenging the status quo. Without challenging the status quo, that means coming out of your comfort zone. So as a professional, if you are challenging in our day-to-day affairs, in our professional life, in our personal life, that is the only way the India as a country, ICSI as an institution, to think of, to vision for the Vishwaguru for sustainability and governance. This is the very, very important. As we know that, friends, in Gita, Bhagavan Sri Krishna has very aptly said that, Ath chittam samadhatum na sakrosimai sthiram abhyasa yogena tate mamik chaptu dhananjaya. That means we have to challenge, we have to, because chasing the excellence is the only way to achieve the perfection. And this is the way the Lord Krishna has said in the Bhagavad Gita. And as a professional, sometimes we go into the comfort zone. I always say that if everything is going on, something is very problematic. We have to come out of that, and this is the very, very important. Friends, as a theme, today's our guest, CSD Chandrasekhar Ghosh ji, MD Bandhan Bank. He is really the brand of the Bengal. How he has proved that from very scratch. The story of Ghosh sir It is always inspiring each and every citizen of the country. The way you have built the Bandhan Bank, this is a really, everyone can proud of what the Bengal can produce. Sir, you are pride of the Bengal, and it is our sheer pleasure to have you. And this is the, when as a council we have assumed the charge in 2019, we have imagined this day because we are going to have the Golden Jubilee National Conventions. And as we know that, किसी ने बहुत अच्छे से कहा है, वक्त रुकता नहीं है, कहीं टिक कर इसकी भी आदत आदमी जैसी है. So this is the way, because we have to grow, or without growing, without challenging the status quo, things is not good. If you are going to the Vishwaguru, with this, I would like to close because time is pressing, and we have to listen more and important dignitaries. भरोसा खुद पे पर है, तो जो लिखा है वही पाओगे. भरोसा खुद पर है, जो लिखा है वही पाओगे. भरोसा अगर अगेन रिपीटिंग, भरोसा खुदा पर है तो वही है जो लिखा है वही पाओगे. भरोसा अगर खुद पर है तो खुदा भी वही लिखेगा जो आप चाहोगे. With this, I close the remarks. Thank you very much. Again, I welcome as the chairman of ICSI IRC each and every member, and I request from the members Eastern region to be the host from our friends from across the country, be the volunteer for this noble cause. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Anilji Dubey, for your wonderful words. And friends, we have assembled here on this 50th National Convention on the topic CS, a Vishwaguru in governance and sustainability. And trust me, the role of CS has undergone a sea change. The areas for the CS has developed into much more beyond these mere statutory requirements. The boardroom dynamics are changing, and so is the role of CS, the company secretary. The company secretary, the responsibility of company secretary in developing and implementing processes to promote and to sustain the governance has fallen largely within the remit of company secretary. And I'm sure that each one of us is ready to seize the opportunity. Isn't it? Are we ready? Yes or no? I thought that people will say much louder than me, but I still can speak much louder than you without the mic. So can I have one louder voice? Are we ready? Yeah, this is what I wanted. Thank you so much for giving me this voice, at least at the last. So those friends, I was saying about the theme, I was saying about this topic that we have been assembled here to mark the beginning of 50th National Convention. Without much delay, I would like to request our Vice President, CS Manish Ji Gupta, to please accord us a formal welcome and also to enlighten us on the theme of this convention. Please put your hands together, give a thundering applause. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. Shri Chandrasekhar Ghosh ji, Chief Guest for the inaugural ceremony, President ICSI Devendra Deshpande, Ashish Mohan, Secretary ICSI, Anil Dubey, Chairman EIRC, past presidents present in this inaugural ceremony, Mr. R. Krishnan, Mahesh Shah ji, Pawan Vijay ji, Anil Murarka ji, Mamta Minani ma'am, Ranjit Pandey, Ashish Gar, my Central Council colleagues who are present here. I acknowledge the presence of Regional Director D. Bandyopadhyay sir for gracing the inaugural session. Past leaders, present leaders, and future leaders of ICSI who are coming, hailing from EIRC, SIRC, WRC, and NIRC, and leaders who are coming across from all the management committee of chapters. At the outset, ladies and gentlemen, at the outset, I welcome you all to the mega event of the ICSI, which is being organized at City of Joy, Kolkata, on the very apt theme, CS, a Vishwaguru in governance and sustainability. It is really a proud privilege for me to welcome you all to this particular event, and I would like to welcome our chief guest on behalf of ICSI, on my personal behalf, for sparing his valuable time and gracing this occasion. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing this event and for acknowledging and accepting our request and be on this particular occasion, becoming a chief guest of the inaugural function. A big round of applause for Mr. Ghosh. Friends, like previous 2 years, this convention is also being organized in the hybrid mode, and all thanks to the digital platform. Let me also share with you all that presently we can witness around 1,100 members who are present in the physical mode. At the same time, more than 4,500 have joined virtually. And collectively, I would say this is one of the participation has crossed all the previous benchmarks and truly set the tone for the National Convention, 50th National Convention at Kolkata. I would request each one of you to give a big round of applause for yourself and for your participation in this mega event of ICSI. Friends, 2 weeks ago, we all had celebrated the Amrit Mahotsav, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and our beloved President Prime Minister, had delivered most inspiring speech on the 15th of August. He has really set the tone for the Amrit Kal, next 25 years from now, and he has given us the roadmap, a roadmap for the transformation where we all have to reach after those 25 years. Friends, last 2 years was challenging for each one of us. At ICSI also, we had faced many challenges, but at the same time, we work on the sustainability at all levels. And we had adopted a philosophy of we care. We care about 400 plus employees and their families. We care for more than 69,000 of our members, and we care for more than 2 lakh students of ICSI. During those difficult times, your council was proactive and taken so many decisions for the benefit of our stakeholders. We had relaxed so many norms. We have given the benefit to so many stakeholders in the recent past. Friends, the theme of National Convention echoes our collective desire to see the Atmanirbhar Bharat in the days to come, and our dream of emerging as Vishwa Guru. If we could see the history of India, we were the Vishwa Guru in each and every field, but unfortunately, due to many reasons which were out of our control, we have lost that respect and glory. But now the time has come when we have to relook about our actions. We have to really work hard to gain again the position as Vishwa Guru. For that purpose, all stakeholders, all corporates, all individuals have to work hard, take the collective actions, and to become the Vishwa Guru. To gain those respect again, I would say the desired effort, dedicated efforts would be required to be cleared with the new thinking of the modern times. Friends, the Institute of Company Secretaries has always played a pivotal role in upholding the good corporate governance while continuing its pursuit of corporate excellence. As the CS fraternity proudly stands by its vision to be a global leader in promoting corporate governance. Today, our members have earned so much respect and reputation because of their caliber and capacities. We can see our members are into many areas, diversified areas and portfolios. The all respect they have earned because of their dedicated efforts. And they have already received so many laurels for the profession, for their individual, and many such things are yet to be received, yet to be achieved. I am sure in the days to come, they would be receiving many more laurels. Friends, to become a Vishwa Guru, sir, I would like to share certain initiative which we had taken in the recent past, which is there for the roadmap while we are looking for becoming a Vishwa Guru. There are few initiatives which are taken by the ICSI in the recent past, and one such initiative which was taken by the ICSI in the year 2015. India is the only country, rather I would say the first country, which has introduced the secretarial standards. Secretarial standards, which is there in the, has got the position, has got the, their recognition in the Companies Act, and all the companies are required to follow the secretarial standards. And I am also happy to share the Malaysian Institute of Company Secretaries has adopted the secondary standard framed by the ICSI for the purpose of the benchmarking of their own standards, which would be going to regulate the norms of the meetings, of general meeting and the board meeting of the Malaysian companies. The institute has also worked and has come out on the model code of meetings for the Gram Panchayat and charity governance, which aims to promote the good governance at the grassroots levels. ICSI National Awards for Excellence in Corporate Governance and CSR are much awaited and much appreciated event of every year. And nomination for this particular year is also on, and would request each of the corporates who are present here to kindly come forward and participate in all those awards. This year, we are celebrating the 50th edition of our National Convention, Golden Jubilee of the National Convention, which truly reflects the continuity, the existence, the acceptability in the market. And let me share with you all, since 1972, there is no gap, no break in organizing of the National Convention. And today, we all are witnessing the mega event, the Golden Jubilee of the 50th National Convention. A big round of applause for all the people who have started with this innovative idea, and all the leaders of the past, ICSI leaders, and the present leadership for organizing this mega event. Friends, two new initiatives. One is with respect to the syllabus review, which we had just undertaken. Must give the entire credit to Ranjit Bhai for his hard work and efforts for revamping the syllabus. Today we are going to release our new syllabus. And one statement which was given by our Honorable Prime Minister, that we have to provide each and every student with the practical aspect as well as the employability. So the new syllabus, we have tried to work on the skill set, developing the skill set of the students, at the same time, the practicalities and the employability. Friends, I am having a firm belief that the future respect of this profession is totally in our hands, and our profession will be known by our growth, our respect, our reputation, which we are going to earn in the days to come. And this profession will be known by the growth and respect of the members. Before I conclude, I would like to mention, as Anil Bhai has just mentioned about Deepak ji and Sandeep ji, I would also like to mention about the Deepak Khetan as well as Sandeep ji. Deepak Khetan was there in the council for almost 3 years. We lost him in the beginning of this year. He was passionate about ICSI, and we used to discuss about organizing this 50th National Convention at Kolkata. And two of his dreams, one which is related to organizing 50th National Convention in Kolkata, and another, the construction of the COE at Newtown, Kolkata. One has already been fulfilled, and we can see the gathering, we can see the participation, as well as I am happy to share the COE Kolkata would be completed very soon, and we are going to inaugurate within this year. A big round of applause for the President for taking a lead in this. I would also recognize the efforts put in by Sandeep Bhai. Sandeep ji, although he is not there, unfortunately his wife passed away a few days back, and he is busy with the rituals. But I am sure their best wishes are always there with us, with all of us, and for the successful organization of this program. At the last, I once again extend a warm welcome to all the dignitaries present on the dais, off the dais, and I'm sure the deliberation which are going to take place in next 3 days would certainly help all the participants to look beyond the boundaries and motivate all of you to become a Wish Guru once again in the days to come. Wishing you all happy and pleasant stay and happy learning at Kolkata. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai ICSI.
Thank you so much, Vice President, sir. And thank you for your words and taking us through the initiatives of the Institute. And Friends, as I was talking about the 72 chapters, 5 overseas center, and then 1 COA at Hyderabad, 1 CCGRT at Navi Mumbai, it's a matter of privilege for the AIC people to have this center of excellence. As you just heard that the inaugural or the opening of this COE is going to be this year only. Can I request the AIC people at least to please give a thundering applause to this? At least one should hear it out clear. Yeah, thank you. And as he rightly said on the theme, that this is what the situation is. I would just like to sum up with the 4 lines that climb every mountain, ford every stream. Climb every mountain, ford every stream. Follow every rainbow till you find your dream. That's what we should do. And I'm sure that we can do that same. Now, friends, as you know that the culmination of any event requires keen interest and the knowledge as deep as like ocean, and heart as broad and infinite skies. I would like to now invite our President of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, President C.S. Devendra V. Deshpande, to please offer a presidential address and also enlighten us with the initiative of the Institute. His achievements and commendable job done are notable itself. Please put your hands together, give a thundering applause to welcome the President of Institute. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really happy to be addressing from here at the Golden Jubilee event of National Conventions of Institute of Company Secretaries of India as President of this esteemed institute. On behalf of the institute, I would like to thank Chandrasekhar Ghoshji, Managing Director and CEO of Bandhan Bank, for gracing this occasion as special guest on behalf of ICSI. I welcome you to this particular program. My warm regards to each and everyone who is present here physically. I can see more than 1,100 members being present here, 4,600 plus members joining virtually. So that counts to around 12% of the entire population of our company secretary members. So big round of applause to each and everyone who has taken efforts to join this particular 50th National Convention. And it really motivates the team ICSI for organizing different programs and taking different initiatives. I would like to mark the presence of all the past presidents who are present here and who has actually guided us for doing this particular program. So when I started my journey as president, first day I met R. Krishnanji, our founder president of our institute, and he told me the story about the first national convention. And he said that, okay, now there is a time that 50th national convention is going to happen this year, so you'll have to work very hard for this. So that was the thought process which started on day 1 of my tenure as president. I have been receiving a lot of love and affection from all the past presidents, including the present term past president, Ashish ji, Nagendra ji and Ranjit ji, as well as all earlier past presidents. I have been receiving a lot of guidance. And this 50th National Convention could not have happened without the guidance and support of all these past presidents. So on behalf of Institute, let us give a big round of applause to all these past presidents, because they have devoted 1 full year for the development of this profession. I think when we talk about sustainability, 50 years in a row without a break, there have been emergencies, there have been change of management, the change of government, there has been a difficult time of Corona. But still, National Convention is one event which we have conducted every year, including 2020, including 2021, where we felt that it will not be possible. We came out with a hybrid mode of National Convention, and we continued the tradition of 50 years. We never wanted to break that. And I think this hybrid mode has given access to 12% of the members of our institute for this 50th National Convention. So when there is a difficult time, we come out with the new ideas and the challenges are overcome, and that is something which every company secretary does. So I think this is one of the biggest event after COVID, wherein we are seeing more than 1,000 people sitting in one hall together in a physical mode. So big round of applause to all of you. I also recognize the presence of all past Central Council members who have also put in a lot of efforts in developing our profession, all past chairmen of EIRC as well as all other regions and chapters, each and every volunteer who has done something for the institute, maybe by writing an article or by delivering one small session to the students, they have given back something to the institute. And so I thank all of them for bringing our institute to this level. And from here, there is no looking back, and we will be going forward in the direction we feel for that. I also thank all the members and students who have supported. Last but not the least, all the employees of our institute, the employees at headquarters, regional offices, chapters, the casual ones, the permanent ones. I must thank all of them for making this event a grand event, and without their support, this would not have been possible. I also mark the presence of office bearers of Institute of Chartered Secretaries of Bangladesh who are present here for this particular national convention. I also mark the presence of S.M. Gupta ji, President of NCLT Practitioner Association in Bengal. I also mark presence of Bandopadhyay ji, Regional Director. I also mark presence of Rajiv Mani ji, who is Additional Secretary, Ministry of Law, as well as Sanjay Prasad ji, Additional Secretary, Ministry of Finance Expenditure. So I thank all of them for joining this inaugural session, and this is a mega event which I think we all are enjoying. And when we talk about sustainability, the 50 years continuous tradition really shows the sustainability. I'm really happy to have Mr. Ghosh as our chief guest, a special guest for today, because see, banking, insurance, and our institute or our profession do have a very close relation. When we talk to IBA, when we talk to IRDA, they actually tell us, they actually guide us that what you should do, what they want from us. A lot of concept paper comes to institute, and in respect of developing governance in banking sector and insurance sector, definitely our institute plays a very vital role. And I think having a special guest as MD and CEO of a bank really motivate all our members to do all the activities in respect of banking sector. I think this is one of the occasion wherein we should celebrate, because one of the managing director and CEO of bank is present here for the chief guest. So I request all of you to please give a big round of applause to our chief guest so that we continue this. As a member, when I took the position of president, and now almost 8 months are over, and when I look at, when I do the analysis of the various activities, when I do analysis, literally the SWOT analysis, strength, weaknesses, threats, and opportunities for our profession and for our institute. This is the right platform. I think I should share with you that what I think about our profession and how we should lead our profession in years to come. So when we talk about strength, let me tell you that the biggest strength we have, you all must be aware, there are 125,000 governance professionals all across the world, out of which 68,000 are from India. So I think we are the leaders in corporate governance when we talk about governance professionals. They may be called as chartered secretaries, they may be called as company secretaries or governance professionals in different areas. But company secretaries having the regulatory backing always is very, very important, and we are the leaders as far as number is concerned. Second thing, when I think about the support of the government and the ministries, I think we are blessed. The Institute of Company Secretaries of India is blessed to have a lot of support. We have seen the different dignitaries coming to our dais, our podium, our programs, like Home Minister Amit Shah ji. He was present for one of our program, and he said that the direction which we give for the corporate governance to the corporates actually decide what is the level of corporate governance in the company. When we have our our Honorable Minister Law and Justice Kiran Rijiju ji, who said that, okay, the growth of corporate will depend on the advice of company secretaries. I think these words are very, very important for our profession, and that really motivates me as a president to work for betterment of our profession. So we always have a very good connection, and we have always got very good support from Ministry of Corporate Affairs is our own ministry, and we have been receiving a lot of support, and we are holding a lot of things with them. may it be the version 3 of website, may it be the help desk, and so many other things. We are doing so many things with Ministry of Corporate Affairs as well as Ministry of Law. Recently, I got a chance to meet Secretary of Ministry of Law, and he really motivated us to go through the arbitration center thought process, and today we will be launching our arbitration, actually International ADR Center. So I think these are few things which actually is the strength of our profession, wherein the ministries have given a lot of importance and have shown a lot of confidence on our institute and our members. When SEBI sometimes tell us that, okay, we want to have draft of audit committee charter prepared by ICSI, then we will wait it and then we will publish it. I think that really is a booster for everyone who is working for the institute. When SEBI, a very strict regulator, he says that, okay, only peer-reviewed company secretaries can do certain things that really add value to our peer review work of which our institute has been doing. So I think a lot of regulators, lot of ministries have shown faith on our profession and our members. I think it is now our role to give it back and show that whatever confidence they have put in on us is really paid off, and we are doing right things at right place. You all must be aware that we have been always discussing about employment and practice. Recently, many changes have happened, and now academic side of our profession is also open. We have given one representation at the beginning of this year, and we went to UGC and told them that we can be practicing professors, and I'm really happy to tell you that just 5 to 10 days back, they have released a draft regulation for practicing professors, and wherein we recommended 10 years of practice, wherein if our company secretary is in 10 years of practice, he can act as practicing professors. They have said that industrial expert having 15 years of experience can be directly acting as a practicing professor. So I think academic side of our profession is also going to grow like anything, and I think there is a lot of strength in academic side also. So these are few strengths which I feel as a president our institute has, our profession has, and each and every member has. So second thing, as rightly pointed out by Manish ji about secretarial standards, let me tell you that we have recently issued a small book which is called as Best Practices in Corporate Governance. Again, thanks to Ranjit ji, he has put in a lot of efforts. It was a thought process. I think Ranjit ji and Secretary ICSI, they were discussing a year back that we have been receiving a lot of voluntary compliances done in that Corporate Governance Awards. So why don't we club everything and put it in one book as Best Practices in Corporate Governance? And that book was released. And those who have not gone through it, I would request that all should go through it. I feel, as a president, it's my dream that after 5 years, these would be denoted as corporate governance standards issued by ICSI, recognized by the ministry. So I think that is a dream which we are looking at. This year, we are also going to start a BRSR award. So all the companies, there will be 2 categories. So BRSR award for listed companies and unlisted companies will be inaugurated this year. So it will be starting. As already pointed out, syllabus is going to change. So a lot of things are changing, and we are adapting to the new changes which are happening in the outside world. International perspective, I think the sixth center of our institute will be opened today at Canada. So it will be virtually launched today, and soon it will be physically launched. So Canada, we will be opening our center. So we will have 6 countries in which we will be having our presence. I visited UK and understood that there is a lot of things which we can do. I had a meeting with ICGN CEO, and that meeting lasted for almost 2 hours. And they understood that in India, corporate governance is building up very well. And they have said that, okay, we will join ICSI whenever they are thinking about Indian inroads in corporate governance. This is all about strengths of our profession and our members. But there are also few weaknesses which we should work upon. I think a few weaknesses which I always believe is one dilemma. in the mind of each and every company secretary for whom we are working. This is one dilemma every company secretary has. Regulators feel that we are working for the companies. Companies feel that we are always working for the regulators. So this is a dilemma which is in the minds of each and every member. Now each and every member should go ahead and read our motto, Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara, and go by that. Then only our governance is going to be upheld. And we are not working for anyone, we are working for the governance. And once we decide that, this particular weakness of not understanding for whom we are working will go off. I think there are a lot of opportunities, but there is one weakness which I found in, especially in young members, which I would definitely like to inform all the young members, even though my age is not that I would guide any young member, but as a president I must. So I would definitely tell you that don't hop on the opportunity. Just because there is one more opportunity, just don't hop it. Your institute is carrying out various crash courses, certificate courses, PMQ courses. Your chapters and regions are conducting various programs. Attend that, create your interest. You cannot just go into one profession from one to another. I cannot become an arbitrator on day one. I will have to undergo the entire capacity building program run by our institute, and then I can become an arbitrator. So whenever we are going to launch our arbitration center, definitely the bylaws will come in and we will have our members acting as arbitrators everywhere. So these are few weaknesses which I think we should work upon. Opportunities, I think yes, lot of opportunities are there when we talk about alternate dispute resolutions, valuations, IBC. I think IBC is Kolkata is a hub of IBC. I have seen so many cases coming out from Kolkata, and a lot of practicing professionals and even company secretaries working in the IBC field. I think that is one field wherein a lot of opportunities are there. Plus, recently we have received one requirement from SEBI that you should also work on social stock exchanges, which we have put it on a backseat for some time. We had a detailed discussion on this, but now we will form a SRO. So there will be one organization formed for social stock exchanges, and your institute will be again a leader in doing the social stock exchange, CSR audits, and other things. And one more thing, ESG funding, ESG rating is coming up, wherein we are the only professionals which I think are involved in non-financial audit and non-financial reporting. So such things will definitely going to add value to our profession, and our professionals are going to work very hard. Last thing, the threats which we have, I think two threats which I find as a president when I look at it. One is the quality of training which we give as members to the trainees. That needs to be improved. Once that is improved, we will have a better profession in years to come. And another thing which I think is inactive professionals. So professionals who are not actively involved in the activities of profession. So they might be doing something else, or they might not be doing something else, but these inactive professions. So we need to have more active professionals so that our strength can be shown to the different regulators and we can go for different recognitions. When we talk about recognitions, definitely I would like to quote here that recognitions are for the profession and not for the individual. So any recognition which you have is for the profession and not for the individual. So any change in limit, any change in or removal of limit, it may affect you, but it is for the profession and not for that particular individual. We will have to improve our skills so that our employability, our certifications, our work does not depend on one recognition. It is depending on our skill set, and that is the motto which I feel we all should carry. I think in these 3 days we will be discussing how we can work very well in corporate governance and sustainability. We have got fantastic sessions which are arranged. You may ask them questions, you may clarify certain things. We are also going to have open house session wherein you can ask questions to your council, and your council will be definitely ready to answer all your questions. And we are there for all the feedbacks and suggestions which you have for betterment of our profession. So at the end, I would like to mention that today, Mr. Ghosh is our chief guest, and I remember Deepak Khetan ji telling me about his journey and journey of Bandhan Bank, because incorporation of Bandhan Bank was done by, I think, Deepak Khetanji was involved in incorporation. So I think this cannot be, Mr. Ghosh would be the best guest for the inaugural session of 50th National Convention in remembrance of Deepak Khetanji, and I think we all should pray for him and his family. In respect of Sandeep Kejriwalji, I think he has done a lot of background work along with Anil Dubey, chairman of EIRC. They both have worked for this national convention. Even though Sandeep ji is not present here, I think, and all the EIRC council members, all the chapter chairmen here in EIRC have worked really hard for this 50th National Convention. So at the end, I would request all of you to give big round of applause to Sandeep ji, Anil ji, and all the EIRC Regional Council members so that they will be motivated. And next 3 days, we will have this mega event successful. Thank you very much for being here at City of Joy. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Can I have once again, I request you to put your hands together? Once again. Whenever you see me back, please put your hands together. Not for me, but for the speakers. Yeah. So thank you, President Sir. Thank you for apprising us the initiative of the Institute and also enlightening us that there are opportunities that we have for the profession, especially for the young members. And as rightly said by you, that yes, we need to fasten your belt because in order to seize the opportunity, we need to act on real-time basis. That is what the need of the hour. And I would like to just say 2 lines for our profession that halat jaise bhi ho, पर कदम रुकेंगे नहीं, हालात जैसे भी हो पर कदम रुकेंगे नहीं, गिर कर उड़ जाएंगे पर कभी झुकेंगे नहीं, पर कभी झुकेंगे नहीं. That's what the profession we are into, and I'm sure that we will keep uphold the spirits of that good governance in promoting that culture. Friends, as you know that our institute, for the updations, for the benefit of the members at the large section, keeps releasing the books, the publications from time to time. And this time, we are also going to have some of the launches here at this inaugural ceremony of 50th National Convention. I would request our special guest, Sri Chandrasekharji Ghosh, to please honor this book release ceremony. I would request the other dignitary on the dais to please join him for the launch of those books or releases from the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. In order to have the first release, for the first release, we are going to release a souvenir on this convention. Celebration of Golden Jubilee National Convention of Company Secretaries at Kolkata on the theme CS, a Vishwaguru in Governance and Sustainability, is an historic occasion in the journey of the Institute. To commemorate this momentous occasion, the Institute is pleased to release the souvenir of the 50th National Convention of the Company Secretaries containing the messages of best wishes from dignitaries, information about the themes and sub-themes. The theme of this year's National Convention is quite apt to reflect upon the imperative of revitalizing the role of the governance, focusing on the role of company secretary. And the souvenir is an attempt to capture the essence of theme and sub-themes. May I request once again to please put your hands together for this release. Please, a bit louder. Unless or until I say, oh, it's okay. Yeah? Thank you. Next, I'll request to have the release of Glorious Journey of ICSI National Convention. And we are privileged to have the presence of the past presidents with us. I'll request our founder president, C.S. R. Krishnanji, C.S. Mahesh Shahji, C.S. Pawan Kumarji Vijay, C.S. Ranjitji Pandey, C.S. Ashish Gargji, C.S. Anilji Murarka, C.S. Mamta Binani Madam, Mamta Binani ji, and the other past presidents in case I have missed out the name, because light is too much on my face. So I request the past presidents to please come on the dais. Please welcome them with a big round of applause. The glorious journey of ICSI National Convention. The Golden Jubilee National Convention of Company Secretaries being held here at Kolkata is a memorable milestone for all of us. To make this historic occasion more memorable, the ICSI is proud to release the publication titled Glorious Journey of ICSI National Convention. This publication encompasses glimpses of 5 decades of splendid journey of National Convention of Company Secretary. And this publication attempts to preserve the legacy and commemorate the achievements and contribution of the past leaders of the Institute. This publication is our tribute to all the statesmen, dignitaries, corporate leaders, academicians who have graced the National Convention all these years and have shared their wisdom. Please put your hands together once again for this release. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to all the past presidents. It's a really wonderful moment to have the past presidents with the present president on this dais. Thank you once again. The next, friends, as you know that our president, vice president already mentioned that we are going to, because the time is the change is the necessity and we need to keep change with the dynamic environment. And in order to promote that our students should develop that caliber to facilitate the corporate governance, the institute has taken an initiative to revise the syllabus, and this year we are proposing ICSI new syllabus 2023 and the report of academic committee. May I request CS Ranjit Pandey, the chairman of this academic committee, please welcome him with a big round of applause. We are going to launch this in pursuant of the mission to develop high caliber professional facilitating good corporate governance. The ICSI is releasing its new syllabus today. The new syllabus is focusing on the core services area of company secretary profession, and to supplement the core areas, it has laid emphasis on ancillary aspects and the technical skills. The new syllabus has made sincere endeavors in ensuring a smooth transition of student into governance professional, corporate managers, corporate advisors. It balances policies, strategies, and practices. It has espoused the crucial attributes of meeting industrial expectations, skill-based, multi-interdisciplinary, futuristic, and practical approach, comprised of online company secretary executive entrance test, and consisting of 4 parts, 7 papers at the executives and 7 papers at the professional with 2 elective subjects. The ICSI training modules, EDP and CLDP, are also under revamp to supplement the skill development of students. Friends, please put your hands together for this release of ICSI new syllabus and the report of academic committee. Moving to the next, as at the very beginning I was mentioning that we are having the presence not only in India, across the world. We are already having the 5 overseas centers, US, UK, UAE, Singapore, and Australia. And today we are going to have the soft launch, the virtual launch of the 6th overseas center at Canada. May I request CS Ashish Garg, Chairman of International Affairs Committee, to please come on the dais. I request all the council members to please come on the dais. All the council members, the present council members, I request all of you to please grace the dais with your august presence. Please put your hands together. As this is the soft launch, we are having a virtual launch, sitting here at Kolkata and launching that Canada Overseas Center, making it the 6th overseas center in the history of ICSI. As a historical moment, and so should be your thundering applause. Please put your hands together once again. Yeah, thank you so much. May I request our special guest, CS Gokji, to press the button. Thank you, sir.
The largest membership and student base of company secretaries in the world has evolved as an inclusive body on the global governance map. Embarking on its journey of realizing its vision and mission, the ICSI is expanding its global footprints and has set up overseas centers in UAE, USA, UK, Singapore, and Australia. On the occasion of the 50th National Convention of Company Secretaries, ICSI proudly announces its 6th overseas center in Canada. The center will cater to the needs of ICSI members and students in Canada and explore new dimensions for the company secretary profession in the country.
Thank you so much. Once again, thank you. Now the next launch is of peer review manual, revised edition. May I request CS Ashish Garg, Chairman of the PR committee, the peer review committee, to please continue on the dais. I request our special guest to launch this release, the peer review manual. The council has introduced the peer review for practicing company secretaries, as we all know, that in the year 2011, August, With a view to simplify and expedite the peer review processes, the PR committee thoroughly revised the guidelines. The redundant provisions have been aligned and have been done away with. The services falling within the review of peer review has been aligned with the ICSI UDIN guidelines. For the formats of collating informations, the process have been simplified and would be provided with pre-fill facility on the online mode. This fifth edition of peer review manual is an endeavor to guide both the peer reviewers as well as the reviewees about the peer review process, their rights and obligations, do's and do nots, and the FAQs and the benefits. Please put your hands together for this release of peer review manual. Thank you so much. The next release, we are going to have a virtual launch, the soft launch of ICSI International ADR Center. ICSI International ADR Center. The institute has incorporated, as you know, that Section 8 company, namely ICSI International ADR Center for the empanelment of arbitrators, conducting training and to assist them in conduct of arbitral proceedings. ICSI International ADR Center is aiming to provide the best arbitrators to resolve these commercial disputes as speedily and effectively as possible by providing them training and empanelment. I request our special guest, Sri Chandrasekhar Ghosh ji, to please mark the release of this ICSI International ADR Center by pressing the button. Friends, put your hands together for this release of flyer on the International ADR Center of ICSI. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. And moving to the next, we have the launch of the Manual on Secretarial Audit. May I request, we have the august presence of Mr. D. Bandopadhyay ji, the Regional Director of Eastern Region, to please come on the dais. And I request Mr. Binit Chaudhary ji, Chairman of the Auditing Standards Committee. Please come on the dais for the release of this Manual on Secretarial Audit. Please put your hands together and welcome Shri D. Bandopadhyay, Regional Director, and Shri Binit Chaudhary, Chairman of Auditing Standards Committee. Friends, the secretarial audit is a mechanism, we all know that, to ensure the compliances by the company with the applicable laws. And it is not just an audit. Rather, it shows that the adherence to the law is in true letter and spirit. And it has proved to be a strong founding pillar of the governance framework in the Indian corporate sector. As a capacity building initiatives, the publication on Manual on Secretarial Audit has been prepared for guidance while carrying out the secretarial audit. This manual covers the checklist and the checklist for the compliances with the other laws like SEBI regulations, FDI, ODI, and the ECB regulations as mentioned in the MR3 format. It also provides a specimen of qualified secretarial audit report. It also covers the relevant extracts from the auditing standards. Please put your hands together for this release of Manual on the Secretarial Audit. Yeah, once again, a thundering applause, thundering one. I couldn't hear. For all those 7 releases, can I request all of you to clap together once? Thank you so much. Thank you. May I request the dignitaries to please have your seat? Thank you. Friends, like when I was looking at the book release function, I couldn't restrain myself from saying the 4 lines. You know that the book and the profession, our profession, have a different relation. I would like to summarize with the 4 lines only, that हम जो चलते हैं तो पर्वत दहल जाते हैं, और हम जो मचलते हैं तो तूफान मचल जाते हैं. हम जो चलते हैं तो पर्वत दहल जाते हैं, हम जो मचलते हैं तो तूफान मचल जाते हैं, और हमको बदलने की कोशिश न करना यारो, हम बदलते हैं तो कानूनी किताब बदल जाते हैं, कानूनी किताब बदल जाते हैं. So we keep launching this kind of a book release as and when it is for the beneficial of members. It requires that redundant provisions to be omitted out or to be removed and to make it align with the new requirements and the new existing regulations. Now moving to the next, the time has come for which we all are waiting eagerly. I'm sure that all of you must be waiting eagerly to hear out our special guest, Sri Chandrasekharji Ghosh. And it is a privilege, you know, that to have Sri Chandrasekharji Ghosh already briefed by our President and Vice President, sir. It was really a pleasure to have sir on the commemoration of construction of this COE building on 10th of January at the new town where our COE premises is there. And today, we are privileged to have you again, sir. Can I request once again to please welcome him with a big round of applause. I request our special guest to please address the gathering, Sri Chandrasekharji Ghosh.
Good afternoon. Thank you, ICSI, to invite me to this convention, which is the 50th years. And I also congratulate to ICSI for their overseas center in Canada. Thank you, President, Chairman, and Vice President, and all the dignitaries, and also some of these, the very prominent face, which I know, many of you. Thank you to given the chance to talk in this convention. My one disclosure, I am also CS, but not company secretary. I am Chandrasekhar. It's very tough to talk in front of company secretary. Everything you are noted and disclosed to the exchange and to the board. So I also now, in front of one company secretary, 6,000 company secretaries, I'm very tough to say now. So that I will be like to very careful to talk. Or I am requested to all the company secretaries, do not note it and circulate to anywhere. But it is your job. You will do it. This is a very good topic. A Vishwaguru, the governance and sustainability. The first my learning, without governance, no organization can grow, no organization can sustain. This is a very important factors for any big organization or any of the best organization. Corporate governance is based on the principles of conducting business with integrity, fairness, and being transparent in all transactions, making necessary disclosure. We are committed to achieving the highest standards of corporate governance and adhering to the corporate governance requirements set by the regulators. We believe in adapting and adhering to the best standards of corporate governance. The corporate governance philosophy of any organization should establish that the board's independence is essential to bring objectivity and transparency in the management and the delighted of the bank. The philosophy of corporate governance is with the goal of achieving the highest levels of transparency, accountability, and equity in all spheres of its operations and all its engagements with its stakeholders. Is it okay? Okay. Thank you. It is an important tool for all protection of the interests of stakeholders and maximization of their long-term values. It acknowledges that the best board practices, transparent disclosures, and shareholder empowerment are necessary for creating shareholder values. The compliance function is one of the key elements of any organization's corporate governance structure. The behavior, practice, and norms of the board of directors trickle down through the rest of the company. Therefore, in order to ensure a positive and ethical company culture, it is important to have the good corporate governance in place at a top. The board plays an important role in ensuring sound corporate governance practices, providing strategies, direction, and functioning of the bank. Governance is about the time you dedicate to work on your business rather than in it. This includes all the checks and balance you put in place to ensure your business runs smoothly, meets objectives, and stays out of trouble. Governance also means getting expert advice on matters you don't yet know enough about, plus support when making big decisions. Company secretary playing a big and important role on good governance of any of the companies. Company secretary, there is a maintaining the bridge between the board and management and the business. For that reason, company secretary is a very important role playing for any institution growth and also in the maintaining and sustainability of that organization, which I mentioned as a corporate governance. Coming to this, the point when I started this organization as a Bandhan, first 9 years, I have not know that who is company secretary. Is it any person company secretary? I did not know. First, I appointed company secretary 2009 in this organization. Then I realized about it, how the important company secretary. If I appointed in a 9 years before, that may be the better for me. I can get the help to build up this institution stronger than this time and very speedy on that. When I received a bank license, I saw that any bank license, if you like to implement, you have need to the 15,000 circular to read out, which circulated by Reserve Bank of India. So if I am a promoter, I read out 15,000 circular, it's not possible for me to start the bank. So who will be like to do it? So company secretary is a role. He knows the 15,000 circular, how important it on that. And not only the banking circular, there is a corporate circular, all the manual, income tax, all regulatory, even SEBI, they are no much better way and help to this, the organization. So my learning on that, the company secretary must be a best communicator. Their communication skill will be the very good way on that, because they are reading lots of circular and presented to the board when the board asked, and also presented to the management when the management asked. or sometimes they are implemented with the suggestion of the board and management. So that is a very big role they are playing. So their communication skill will be very stronger. Otherwise, any of the miscommunication, any of the dangerous position will be faced by the organization. So that is in one side, I feel that the company secretaries need to develop day by day and also give the focus on that. Second point on that, many of the circular when we are read, there is a perception. The first point I learned from this, our judiciary sector. There is a one law book. Why two advocates fight in front of judge? The same, the word, same sentence, same thing is written, but two advocates are fighting. Because the two advocates are different of the party and perception a different way explaining on that. So when the company secretary are explaining in the board meeting and explaining to the company, the management level, that is very important role they are playing, how the perceived whatever written to the book and how they are very fit with the business link on that. And that way the success also has come from the company and the company secretary. Next point on that, I personally believed there is a very important role playing company secretary to this company. And I also believed on that, when the company is growing more and company secretary is very tough role playing because their team member also growing. Number of one company secretary 2009, now is the 7-6 the company secretary working in organization, and sometimes they are also taking the help from the outside of the organization. So when the company is growing more, company secretary role is going important and team is also enhancing more. As Indian economic growth is coming as per today's prediction is a 7.2%. And if we can be like to reach in the 2025, 5 trillion economy, and the lot of startup are coming to the market to growing on that way, in that economy, company secretary role again coming on the bigger, and number of company secretary will be get the more important in a future for Indian economy. And Indian economy has need on this type of company secretary role for better governance and sustainability. Couple of other points. What is the benefit for this corporate governance, which are mainly maintaining or role playing by the key person, which is the company secretary? First one is building a positive brand reputation. This is very important for any organization to build up the positive and brand reputation, so that the governance is very important. Second importance is ensure long-term financial sustainability. If we say that it demonstrates to investor and company is a transparent, reliable, well-managed, and a safe investment, then automatically this organization sustainability and growth will be like to maintain. So that it is an important of the governance and important of the company secretary role. Third point is improving company culture. The board of directors sets the tone of the company by setting up the clear process for achieving prudent corporate governance. Whatever the board make it, how it is in implement to the organization. Final one, that facilitating efficient decision making. This is very important for company secretary role. If the information is correct, decision making capacity also has come very good, and that helped to the all of this organization maintain the good governance, and company secretary is a very big role playing on that. I feel that till now company secretary role is big, and ICSI playing a big role for our country to enhancing the skill of the company secretary to manage the 5 trillion economic growth of Indian economy. Thank you to all of you. Central.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for enlightening us and really depicting the role of company secretary profession. And friends, I would just add on that yes, CS role has changed and it has moved from the boardroom to a broad room. The CS has to prove the reliability and to meet the expectations of the world, because the world has realized that they need the specialist skills and the technical knowledge. And they are looking up to the profession of company secretaries. And we have to prove it. And I'm sure that we will. So with this spirit, now, friends, we all know that thanks is a 6-letter word, right? Many of you must be counting. So thanks is a 6-letter word, but you know that it's a telltale of a head that bows only in front of those who are worthy of its deference. I would like to request our secretary, CS Ashish Ji Mohan, to please come and offer a word of thanks to the dignitaries and the esteemed audience. Please welcome CS Ashish Mohan Ji with a big round of applause.
Good afternoon. Special guest, Shri Chandrasekhar Ghosh, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Bandhan Bank Limited. CS Devendra V. Deshpande, President, ICSI. CS Manish Gupta, Vice President, ICSI. CS Anil Kumar Dubey, Chairman, EIRC. All the members of the esteemed Central Council, former Presidents, Shri CS R. Krishnan Ji, CS Mahesh Shah Ji, CS Anil Murarka Ji, CS Pawan Kumar Vijay Ji, CS Ranjit Pandey Ji, CS Ashish Garg Ji, CS Mamta Binani Madam. All of your presence has actually added glitter to this function. Thank you all of you for your presence. All the regional council members, past chairman of the regional council, managing committee members of the various chapters, distinguished guests, esteemed members and students, Team ICSI, ladies and gentlemen, present physically as well as connected to us virtually. Namaste and a very, very warm good afternoon to all of you. Indeed, dear members, it's a privilege to propose this vote of thanks before these esteemed dignitaries for gracing this very, very special occasion of the 50th National Convention of the Company Secretaries, the Golden Jubilee of the National Convention. Dear friends, National Convention, as rightly pointed out, has navigated a glorious journey of almost last 5 decades, with the first National Convention being inaugurated by Shri V.V. Giri, Honorable President, then in the year 1972. And I must say that National Convention of Company Secretaries has played a pivotal role in furthering the cause of corporate governance, good governance, and expanding the role of company secretaries in a most constructive manner. Dear friends, I am sure that the theme of this 50th National Convention, CS a Vishwaguru, in governance and sustainability, indeed portrays the confidence reposed by the industry and the paramount responsibility we have to exercise towards building governance and sustainability. Company secretaries have been tagged as preferred professionals, which this is a pet word being introduced by the President this year, and I'm sure that we'll continue in supporting the economy, in building our nation to a developed nation as desired by the Honorable Prime Minister of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India, let me extend my sincere gratitude to Shri Chandrasekhar Ghosh, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Bandhan Bank Limited, sir, for being here for this auspicious day and gracing this occasion by your wonderful words of encouragement. Thank you, sir. I would like our President to kindly hand over a small memento as a part of our gratitude to Shri Chandrasekhar Ghosh ji, the special guest. Thank you. I would also like to place on record the support the Institute has been receiving from the Ministry, MCA, SEBI, BSc, and NSE. Dear friends, an event of this magnitude Dear friends, I would also now request the President to kindly hand over the Shaheed Ki Beti certificate. This is a unique initiative of the Institute where the Institute earmarks the fund and provides it to the welfare of the education, with regard to education of the martyr's daughter, Shaheed Ki Beti certificate, to the respected special guest of the day. Thank you. I would also like to mention, dear friends, again that the event of such magnitude could not have been possible without a great leadership and support. Let me extend my gratitude to the President ICSI, CS Devendra V. Deshpande, Vice President CS Manish Gupta, all the Central Council members, the Chairman EIRC, all the Regional Council members, guests, esteemed members, professionals and students, and entire team ICSI. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a galaxy of eminent speakers who will share the knowledge and wisdom during these three days, and I'm sure these sessions would be stimulating and very useful for all of us. I wish all of you a great stay at the City of Joy. Enjoy the old world charm of this historic city and the delicacies during your stay at Kolkata. At this juncture, I also remember CS Deepak Khetanji for his contribution throughout. I thank each one of you present here and those connected virtually for joining the Golden Jubilee of National Convention. Happy learning. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, our Secretary of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India. And friends, as we know that CS, we all know that has changed its dynamic, and the CS profession acts as a unique interface between the board and the management, and as a vital link between the management and stakeholders. That is what the unique CS relation is. Now, as a time that we have to come to the closing ceremony of this inaugural ceremony, and before that, I would request all of you to please stand in the honor of national anthem. May I request all of you to please stand, and I request the dignitaries as well to please stand in the national honor of national anthem.
हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्थल जलधि तरंगा
शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तब जय गाथा। जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे, जय हे, जय हे, जय 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 हे।
Thank you. Jai Hind. Jai ICSI. Yeah, thank you so much. And I'll request now for a group photograph. And chalte chalte, I would just like to summarize this closing ceremony. I will request the council members to come on the dais. Council members to come on the dais. And chalte chalte, I would like to summarize with 2 lines that संघर्षों से भरे मार्ग पर मुझे निरंतर चलते रहना है। संघर्षों से भरे मार्ग पर मुझे निरंतर चलते रहना है। हार नहीं मानूंगा, बस ये अपने आप से कहते रहना है, बस ये अपने आप से कहते रहना है। May I request all the council members to please come on the dais for this group photograph. All the council members are requested to please come on the dais for the group photograph. Please put your hands together once again for all of you. Yeah, this time is for all of you. Please put your hands together. Yeah. Thank you so much. Friends, here we take a break for tea and the B2B sessions, and then we'll resume it after 30 minutes. I request every one of you to please join us after 30 minutes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Once again, thanking our special guest, Sri C.S. Chandrasekhar Ji Ghosh, MD and CEO of Bandhan Bank. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks, everyone. And now is the time to have a tea break, and we'll resume after 30 minutes. Meanwhile, this is for your information that the souvenir and the manual on secretarial audit are available at the desk for sale. I request everyone that if you are interested, the souvenirs and the manual on secretarial audits are available at the desk, ICSI help desk. You may please collect it. Friends, the board pack is a silver sponsor for this 50th National Convention at Kolkata. Board pack is an award-winning global solutions for paperless board and committee meetings, having presence in more than 40 countries globally, and is well trusted by the leading companies. Board pack takes the pleasure of today launching version 4